Hey, welcome. Thank you for coming to listen to the Lichen Sclerosis podcast. This is our journal of learning about and living with lichen sclerosis. Each week, I research or talk to somebody about lichen sclerosis and bring you the results. I had a whole different plan for today's episode, but it's mine, so I get to choose what to do. And today we're going to talk about listening to your body. Because boy, oh boy, this week has been, I don't want to say learning experience, but more of a reaffirmation experience. Normally I plan out my episodes and I'm real methodical about the information that I bring you, and I'm structured and everything because I value your time and I want you to get the most out of it that I can give you. This week's episode is probably going to be shorter because I did not plan this. I just felt like I wanted to talk to you about this, so here you go. This past Sunday, I woke up, I had a little bit of a sore throat, and as the day progressed, it got a little worse, and I just felt really tired, really fatigued. And I know I've been pushing myself a lot. I do the podcast, I do the program on the Lichen Sclerosis Support Network. I'm constantly tweaking the website. I'm engaging on Instagram. I'm adding things. Oh, and adding something new in a couple of weeks. I'm going to start doing lives beginning with 3 times a week, and they're live Q&As. So I'm going to take your questions, and each day I'll answer a question. I'll do some research and bring you an answer. I'm going to try to keep it down to 5 minutes or less. So they're just going to be tidbits of information specific to your question, rather than you having to wait for the podcast and I may or may not answer your question on that particular podcast, and then you have to wait a whole nother week to see if I answer that one. So this way I can get to way more questions and get you information when you need it. I'm excited about that. But again, mentally, I have to schedule all these things, and I have a family and I have to take care of, and life. And, sometimes you put yourself in the back burner and your body is going to let you know, hey, I need a timeout, because you can't just keep running yourself ragged. And this week, my body let me know, hey, we need a timeout. You need to slow down, stop, and just rest. And for me, that's really, really hard because I have so many balls juggling, and I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to disappoint the ladies in the network. I want to keep bringing information and engaging on social media. But I also have to listen to my body. And I know you are so awesome and you will understand, but it's a mental thing for me that I don't want to disappoint you. So what I'm telling you and what I'm telling myself today is take the time that you need, listen to your body, and give it what it needs, or else it's going to revolt on you, like my body revolted on me, and force me to take a break. No different than when you start feeling things on your body that don't seem right, and you kind of try to push it away. We got to pay attention to these things. Like for me with my LS, I knew, deep down, I knew when my labia minora was reabsorbing into my body. I just didn't want to believe it. I did not want to believe it. I felt the tingling. I knew when I was taking a shower, things were feeling different. And I just was like, nah, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. But guess what? It did. And now they're gone. And I have to live with that. And I do. But I don't know that there's anything that I could have done to stop it, or I know I couldn't reverse it. But if I would have listened to my body, then I could have reached out to somebody and found out, rather than waiting until the very end after they were gone to say, I wonder. So listen to your body. You know when something is wrong. When you go to the doctor and they try to make you feel like it's in your head or it's not that bad, make sure you stand up for you and say, no, it's not in my head. I know what I'm feeling, and it is that bad. And we need to make a plan to figure out what it is and how to alleviate this, or I need to find a new doctor. Do not be afraid to advocate for yourself, because you're the only one who truly can, because you're the one who knows what's going on. We sit on our symptoms for way too long because we figure nobody's going to listen. And sometimes that's true. But we've got to do a way better job of making them listen. Way better. I'm going to do an episode soon about advocating for yourself in healthcare. This is something I teach in my new program. Obviously, I can't go as in-depth as I do in the program because I don't have as much time. I mean, we cover it for a week. But I can definitely give you actionable tips to get you started in the 30 minutes that we share every week. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we have to use our voices. So what I've decided, because I've noticed a pattern with me. Oh, and side note, I completely think there's something else going on with me other than my LS, because I get fatigued real easily. I can't even go to the store without my body and my back especially just aching after an hour. When I get back home, I'm so spent. I just have to lay out on a heating pad because I'm so sore and so tired. And that's not normal for me at all. So I am looking for a new doctor. I'm going to find out what is wrong with me so that I can do what I can to get back to my old self. Because I have to have enough energy to get all this information to you and be of service to you as best I can. Because I want you to have the information you need to make the right decisions for you. It's been amazing getting your emails and your DMs and just holding conversations with you. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Please do not stop. It is a lot of work that goes into the podcast and the network and social media and the research and contacting people. So I have to keep my energy up because you deserve it. And I want to be the voice that I wish was there when I was looking for it. Ooh, another episode that I'm going to have coming up soon in the next couple of weeks is for my newly diagnosed sisters, or my sisters that just started looking into lichen sclerosis. Is another week's lesson that I host on the network, and it's everything you need to know about LS. And again, obviously I can't go into as much depth as I do, but I'm going to bring you the highlights and hopefully answer some of these general questions that you might have about LS that aren't as clear when you start going through the medical websites and things like that. I'm going to bring it all together, put it in language we can understand, and have it all in one place for you to listen to, go back to whenever you have questions. And I think it'll be impactful for you. Before I forget, going back to what I was originally going to say, that I noticed a pattern for me that I can go strong for a few weeks and then I'm like drained until I find a better work rest schedule for myself. I think what I'm going to do is take a week break every 5 weeks. I think that'll be good for me to just take that 1 week off and try to give myself a mental and a physical break where I can recoup, go another 5 weeks, and rinse and repeat until I get this whole situation resolved with my fatigue and aches. So I hope to start the social media lives in about 2 weeks. If you have any questions about LS or anything related that you would like to know about, email me, DM me if you're following me on social media. Just get me the questions and I will put them on the list, research them, and get you an answer. If you're not following me on social media, I'm on Instagram at Lichen Sclerosis Podcast. I'm on Facebook at Lichen Sclerosis Support Network. And I am on YouTube at Lichen Sclerosis Podcast. I'm going to have all those links in the show notes. So I will be going live on those 3 platforms. The plan is to answer a question a day in depth and keep it short, sweet, concise, and informative. Hopefully you can follow me and learn more about LS. That's all I got for this week. I'm going to edit this a little bit. It's probably going to be one of the rawer episodes because I'm still drained. Even after a week, I'm not real good at not doing anything. So I did sneak a little bit of work in there. And I went to the store and I did stuff with my kids. So I didn't fully just relax and get, the rest that I needed. But I did get some rest. But I know I have to do a better job. And I gotta find out what the hell is going on with me. If you have any ideas about the weakness and the backache and body aches and the fatigue, shoot me an email. Let me know so I can research it and ask my doctor when I find a doctor about it. That way I have a starting point at least, because it's rough out here. And I'm not sleeping very well. I don't go to sleep till about 3 a.m. most nights, and that's also affecting me. I get up at maybe 10, 11. Yeah, that's not good. Anyway, shoot me an email, Kathy@lichensclerosispodcast.com. I hope you have an amazing week. I will talk to you next time. Bye.